Hopefully, we will see Northern Storm come back, reestablish a team lineup, little more balance, little less carries, little more utility, as you said so yourself there, Sig, and get a game picked up here off of Take the Lantern. What kind of changes would you like to see them make, Sig, to their second game here?
I think we've already seen that washed up top laner has more than enough mechanical and game knowledge to play a carry. We need to see somebody on on a tank role. So play a tank role, play something a little bit more supportive. I think we need to see Spicy on a carry as he showed up commanding performance the whole time. Maybe a more utilitous mid lane pick from Baconlicious. If Exia continues to play these damage heavy carries, they need to really invest in Exia to make sure that Exia can go off and perform with the mechanical skills we've seen.
Yeah, if we're picking people to be durable, I think Tilted Squirtle should take someone who's a little bit more of a classic tank. I mean, Thresh is obviously has the ability to get tanky, but I think someone like Alistar, Braum, Nautilus, someone who's just a big spooky threat on the board, um, as opposed to someone who has a lot of utility. There's that Vagar ban again. But not necessarily as much impact if the plays aren't there to be made. I guess I'm a little more passive of a tank, I guess is what I'm saying. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with the picks. I think that Spicy at Meme could be a durable carry potential character. I mean, Zac can get pretty scary once he gets rolling, and I think that Spicy at Meme has the mechanics to make that work. But we'll see if they decide to go with that. Not banning the Malphite, so not that concerned about Darien, I guess. Interesting. Unless washed up top laner wants to steal him. Oh, goes Darius. Alright.
Darius is a very solid compromise between a tank and a carry. With his Juggernaut status, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And a difficult matchup for Malphite.
Yeah, I would agree. This is probably the best pick that washed up top laner could do without doing someone a little off the rails like Alawi or yeah, someone like that. York, that was the other name that wasn't coming out. Alright, so Take the Land sticking with their guns so far. Malphite, Trundle. Ooh. There's the playmaker you were looking for. See if he locks it in.
I think this would be the first for this LCUS split.
I believe you're correct. Oh, chicken zap.
I would have liked to have seen it. Definitely still has his carry potential in the jungle, but Spicy would very utilitous. Lee Sin is incredibly utilitous.
Indeed. Jarvan, of course, is a perfectly reasonable pick as well. Has his own utility, knockups, traps, and can theoretically work some carry potential into him, depending how he's built. Looks like Bacon was happy with Syndra. It's going to log her in. I wouldn't be surprised if they just take the Lucian again here. Go with the same pick order essentially they had last time. Because I imagine if Lucian isn't picked here, he will end up getting banned. Because I can't imagine who else Northern Storm would ban.
Ace flexing his muscles, so he knows he was going into that Syndra, but still picked the Lux. Just showing he's capable of whatever you give him.
Well, we'll see what happens. I'm sure part of the reason the Lux got picked up is because Ace didn't want to get 2 more bans against him. Because he'd probably end up losing Lux and either Fizz or Rise, which would then leave him with either Fizz or Rise or like Swain.
Big possibility, but
I
honestly,
enjoy skipping.
I think with the mechanical ability that the rest of his team have, they've provided a lot of kill potential for Ace. We saw a whole lot of Darien enabling those kills, and the AoE doing the bulk of the damage just for that ultimate to finish him off. Xerath was an enlightened choice to close out those kills.
Interesting pick with the ban out the Jhin there.
Very targeted. Exia has a lot of play history on him.
Yep, there goes Solution. Alright, so who will we see? Xayah, maybe? Caitlyn? Severe, Misfortune, plenty of options. Ashe, Ezreal. I'll just keep saying things until someone picks something. Graves. Graves bot lane. Ezreal. Alright. Similar to Lucian in a couple of ways. He's got some good poke potential, escape, wave clear. All good things. You're not picking Zed. Stop hovering him. Unless he does. It'd be hilarious. Alright, Varus. Haven't seen Varus in a couple of weeks.
No, with a lot of the changes that happened to like Rageblade and its build order, he did divvy out, but with the changes to crit ADCs, it might be a more viable option.
Nice to see him come back, even though I was getting sick of him before. See if he's able to pick it up and keep the ball rolling. And there we go. That's a tank I wanted to see. Get that Leona out there. Very upfront, very aggressive, but still has the durability they were missing last game.
Yeah, this Northern Storm is much more team fight oriented. They have solid engage, solid CC. Just about everybody having some form of CC. Actually, everyone does. So very, very calm, collected approach to answering this Take the Lantern squad. Who took the Lantern? Thresh on Take the Lantern, folks.
Well, first time we've seen that. Nice to see it come out. You know, every team with a mascot should get to play their mascot at least once.
Now let's see what skin Gregosaurus has with that. I would love to see championship on this in this situation. Just think it would
Or
be
Dark Star.
both of them such good skins.
There's a lot of good skins, especially if Varus has Dark Star as well. Get some Dark Star action going on here. But we'll have to see what happens. Of course, we do have the spectator delay, so we can look at this a little bit more. Like you said, rather, this is a much more balanced team. I like this team a lot. It's a much more classic kind of layout to this team. But that being said, I don't necessarily feel confident about it. As you said, Varus has not really been in as good a place as he was earlier in the split. Not only that, but even when he was good, I wasn't really too impressed with his performance in the LCUS. So I'm not too excited for this bot lane coming out of Northern Storm. I think that Tilted Squirtle and Exia may be able to get a lot done. But at the same time, I think Andy may just prove too much for them.
I can agree with you, but at the same time, this was a well-coordinated response to the last game. This was effective team building, and I think if they're able to use this composition like it appears to be designed, and honestly, just if Exia could prioritize his engages a little better, maybe allow not just going in when you're being collapsed on, but go for the escape. Sometimes I know when you're playing an ADC, sometimes that mentality is make it a 1-for-1 at least. Maybe turn around, leave, don't die, but you don't get a kill. That's still okay.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see. I hope with Exia playing someone like Varus who's a little more stationary, a little more siege oriented, that he doesn't rush in as much and get picked off, because I think that was something that was holding him back last game. Interested to see how this mid lane between Bacon, Licious, and Ace plays out differently with a different Ace champion, but the same Bacon champion. And of course, there's the different types of engage potential as well. I'm not sure if Spicy Up Memes ganks will be as significant as they were in the first game. And we'll also see if Washed Up can take down Darien this time. Obviously, was able to apply a lot of pressure to it, but Darien's rotations were able to keep him in it, as we've seen whenever Darien plays Malphite. So we'll just have to see how it works out. I'm excited to see if Thresh can make another showing as well. Obviously, Leona has a lot of CC to help out there in that regard to make sure Thresh is not that big of a threat. But like you said, the CC is pretty much present on every champion, period, in this, except for Ezreal. Andy, you're letting your team down. Gotta get some AoE out there. Not AoE, CC.
Well, I'm excited to see how this plays.
Well, let's check the skins. Last time the skin winner actually lost, so see if the winning team has some better skins this time.
Dark Star Thresh, you definitely called for that. Looks like it's going to be all skins except Leona, so that definitely puts Northern Storm at a disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with take the Lantern here. Well, maybe not. I'm not a big fan of Arcade Ezreal.
Me either. I love all the Fnatic World Championship skins. They're very simple, but they're not overstated. It looks like a Fnatic jersey more than maybe some of the other Team Championship skins. So I love that whole set right there. So big ups. That definitely earns them some points. Good job, Spicy. Thank you for keeping the ecosystem free.
But at the same time, you know, a skin is better than no skin at all in most situations.
I agree.
So I guess take the Lantern wins then. With Leona dropping the ball. What a shame. Alright, well, we'll see how it works out for him. I mean, one thing to be said, since we're just going to keep talking about skins for a second here, is that at least Northern Storm has thematic skins. 3 of their characters are ice-themed, which, you know, some points there.
Synergy!
Exactly. Looks like we might have an invade here. Take the Lantern moving very quickly. Yep, they're just going straight in. Ward does spot this. Warning pings. Exia gets a little bit of poke damage out there. But they drop a ward and they head back. No harm, no foul, just great vision. Gotta get lucky hanging out a little bit here.
Minions have spawned.
Might end up being a few hit points behind in this jungle path, which, you know, doesn't sound like a big deal. But considering what happened last game, we'll see how it works out for him. Looks like he actually has health regenerate in time. Never mind. Ooh, early salvo here between Bacon, Licious, and Ace. Getting a little bit of poke there. Let's see if Spicy Meme decides to steal blue again. Or if not blue, I guess it'd be 2 reds? Nah, probably not going to do that. So a little bit, yeah, let's see. Oh, just heading straight for a gank.
That was quick.
Ace, I believe, well, I was going to say was suspecting that, but he almost died right there. A lot of damage coming out of Jarvan there early. But, you know, I guess 14-year-old girls don't stand up very well to giant javelins. Let's see how it works out. Bot lane doing pretty well here. Darien getting bullied pretty hard here. Here comes Gotta Get Lucky. Does not get any damage off though. Yeah, washed up top laners once again putting big pressure on. And bot lane once again, Andy and Gregosaurus are pushing Squirtle and Exia back. So very similar to what we saw in the last game. Pretty much all around here. Gotta Get Lucky may end up getting this red stolen. First blood.
That should be classic. Oh, he did get it though.
Yeah, good smite. Not only keeps him
Well
alive,
done.
but lets him get enough health to get away. Me may go back in on this.
Dragon drag.
Oh, calling for a collapse. Probably not going to get it though. Okay, Lucky, you should probably just fall back. You're not getting Darien to come help you here.
He's just looking for it.
Gonna be looking too hard. Here comes washed up top laner. Good flash. Both flashes blown for this. I don't think Darien's gonna be able to help out too much. Alright, so they got 2 flashes out of it, but still, that was the first blood that didn't need to be given over. Was a little too optimistic about the help from Darien there. When Darien clearly didn't want any of it.
It was difficult to react. I could see that, but I mean, they invested heavily. They got first blood, they got the gold, but this is going to be a rough 3 minutes for washed up top laner now. I imagine there's going to be some counterbalance.
Well, we'll see. He's 600 gold ahead, so that could help him with any sort of difficulties. Ace once again getting bullied out of lane. Bot lane continues to go relatively equally. Here comes another invade. Spicy App meme going for the Gromp. That's one thing I'm a little surprised about with Gotta Get Lucky taking the Trundle pick again. Trundle was really getting shut down by Spicy Hot Meme last game. So I'm surprised he didn't try to go for someone who might be a little bit better at fighting in the jungle. Just to try to really force Spicy Hot Meme out.
And if you know, look, he's not even really contesting these objectives. He's just like, okay, I see you doing this. I'm going to go prioritize something else, I guess.
Yeah, that is interesting. I would have thought that he would have been a little bit more aggressive on that Gromp because Spicy Hot Meme was at half health. But I guess there is a buff advantage to consider. Looks as though they're thinking of taking the Raptors next, or at least thinks that's where...
Actually, in a rough place, Eel had to be blown.
Does manage to get out though, and now Andy is pretty low. A lot of pokes on Gregosaurus. Doesn't have the escape that he had earlier on Lulu.
People really take for granted how much damage a Leona can do. When she gets her AoE off and then her Q, it's a very large amount of damage.
And he's at very low mana. Is at 1700. So may be able to purchase items if he's forced to go back, but it looks like he's staying in lane for a while. Getting a few more pokes off here and there. Ace being very aggressive on Bacon. Misses the snare. Probably would have lasered there if he landed the snare. Gotta Get Lucky once again heads back while Spicy Hot Meme is alive and well. I believe he's been spotted though. Big invade here in the jungle. Both top and jungle are in Gotta Get Lucky's red buff area. Alright, so with the first blood being taken, ever since then it's been a little bit slower. Obviously there has been some scary moments in the bot lane here. Ooh, washed up heading up on Darien here. Washed Up is also more durable than Darien at the moment, though I assume once Darien goes back and buys with his 800 gold, that'll be different. Gotta get lucky. Healing up a little bit here. We'll see where he decides to go now. It is worth noting that Andy did go back. Grabbed a couple of items and is heading back to lane now, so there will be an item advantage unless Exia heads back soon. Exia, for his part, has 1,800 gold. There goes the heading back now. Big collapse there on Baconlicious, but gotta get lucky only being level 4. Big laser may force Bacon to run home and heal.
That laser might have been a saving grace, but that kind of damage, you really still got to watch out for some of that flux burst.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. Washed Up, collapses, and gotta get lucky. Darien only just now spots it, heading over. Gotta get lucky, almost gets taken out here. The blood may end up taking him out. Darien, meanwhile, nope, there goes the bleed effect. Alright, so those low levels on Gotta Get Lucky are really starting to hurt him. Obviously, he's only 1 level behind Spicy Hot Meme right now. Spicy Hot Meme is almost 6. Because, I mean, there's a big difference between halfway to 5 and almost 6. Which probably comes, again, from the lack of contesting those objectives, as you mentioned earlier, Sig.
Well, it's rough to do. I mean, Trundle, incredible team fighter, AoE CC machine, but he really can't fight early game. But once he gets late game, he's so difficult to manage. So this could play off in the late game for Take the Lane.
Well, we will see how it goes. A couple of pings going on down here. Looks like another attempt to collapse on Ace. Multiple flashes blown. Does have Spicy Hot Meme under turret. Laser does not manage to go off, though. Alright, so all those ganks finally paid off. Ace taken down. Spicy Hot Meme now with 2 kills. See if this Jarvan's able to start going off or not. Bot lane, meanwhile, is still pretty much even split here. A lot of pokes, a lot of trading, almost equal CS. But here comes Spicy Hot Meme to try to change that. There is a ward in that bush. We'll see if Squirtle is able to clear it out. Does not look like he has the ability to do so. So those wards will help protect them from any Spicy Hot Memes. Washed Up top laner. Looks to be just checking out the jungle again. Is spotted. Puts down another ward just to keep an eye out so they can sneak up on Gotta Get Lucky again. Ace warding Dragon. Dragon hasn't been taken yet. A little bit later. Which is interesting as well. But yeah, we'll see who makes the next move. I'm guessing it's going to be resting on where Spicy Hot Meme decides to rotate to. Darien obviously still under a lot of pressure. Almost down by twice as much CS. But at the same time, I don't think there is that kind of burst potential, at least in one fight, to take out Darien on the washed up top laner right now. Spicy Hot Meme trying to solo Dragon. This is not going to work out for him.
No! And Ezreal did him big favor.
Alright, so we see that ward Ace put down really pays off. Not only does the Dragon help them kill Spicy Hot Meme, but they get the Dragon as well. So this Cloud Drake will definitely help with their rotations. Not only to catch up to where Spicy Hot Meme is, but also to help Darien when he does things like this. Looks like they're collapsing down in on Baconlicious. Ace tries to save Gotta Get Lucky, but isn't able to quite pull it out. Oh, meanwhile in the bot lane, finally the stalemate is broken as Anodyne finishes off Exia. Tilted Squirtle's durable enough to survive. Looks like Spicy Hot Meme wants it. Good stun there. Going right in. Good flail to try to get him off of Annie. Good lantern there. Annie's in a lot of trouble though. Does flash out. Lux is rotating down. Spicy Hot Meme could actually end up dying here. The flail helps a little bit, but not enough. Oh, the hook!
Gregosaurus Rex, MVP of that play, maintaining CC over the flag and drag into the Cataclysm, keeping Andy AoE alive the entire time while he continues to ping with this Q. That was incredible team fight synergy. Really wonderful play.
It also shows some of the power of Thresh's hook compared to some of the other hook characters, in that it's not just a hook, but it's a long-term disable as Thresh reels people in.
Oh yeah, it's all about that timing, and he followed up right after the tug back from the flay. He was able to peel so well. Very well done, Thresh. Gregosaurus, gold star.
Gotta get lucky thinking about getting a gold star of his own here. It's always that awkward when you're hiding in a brush and someone rushes right at you to put a ward down. It's like, do I go in? Do I just sit here? Good block there, though. Spicy Up Meme's here to help, though. Backs off for a second, but washed up top lane is just so durable. Does get the bleed off. Ace and Baconlicious end up fighting here. Root might save Ace. Gotta get lucky rotating back down. Big fight potential here. See what happens. Gotta get lucky taking a lot of damage. He gets taken out almost immediately. Darien is under a very low turret. I actually might have ulted there if I was Darien. Could have taken out Spicy Up Meme. But instead, he may have to use his ult just to get away. Ace trying to help. Good snare there. Oh, bot lane. Oh, that turret is taken out. And there goes Darien as well. Bot lane is in a bit of a fight as well, but not that horrifying. Exia respecting the damage.
Now this is the Northern Storm we're used to. Players that are very well coordinated. They're performing well. That was a wonderful topside rotation for both teams. I'm just all around impressed.
Yeah, that went very well for them. Would have been interesting to see how it would have played out if Ace and Bacon hadn't had that early engage in there. But we'll have to see where it goes. Also, of course, Darien trying to save his ult for something a little more important. Spicy At Meme chases out Gregosaurus Rex. Tilted Squirtle getting into a position as well. Does drop a control ward, which Andy could help clear out here and will, so that's a pretty wasted control ward. And here comes Darien. Maybe. Nope, just clearing out the ward. Dragon won't be up for a while. It will be another Cloud Drake. Gotta get lucky in his own jungle. But everything is going on in this lower half of the map currently. Ace could get in a little bit of trouble here. 3 people near mid lane. But Darien is coming to help. Ooh, great flash there by Ace. Laser misses.
Well,
Washed up top laner is there as well. Very spotted because he's right by a control ward. But now they leave Exia and Tilted Squirtle in the bot lane. Nope, rotating back up to stop him from pushing too much. No one thinking of going for the Rift Herald yet. Gregosaurus and Tilted Squirtle are engaging. Big burst damage coming out here. There was the Varus ult, but there was no one to chain it to, so it's just more of a brief stun.
good escape mechanism.
Ooh, Ace misses the snare. Doesn't get that control ward either. Oh, no, he does. Another mid lane fight. Another snare missed. Darien and Spicy Up Meme both coming to help. Both backing out. Gotta get lucky fighting up in the top. Not a fight that I think he can win. Wisely gets out. Darien's here as well. Gotta get lucky decides to stick around. What bank is he sitting on? About 900. Ace going back, trying to get more items here. Both mid laners building very similar items again. Dragon up in 15 seconds. Wards from both teams on it. But we do have Northern Storm's ward expiring first. Possibly Baconlicious will put another one on it here. Doesn't look like it. I just think she's choosing to go back. Nope. Just posturing. Alright, so the ward is down. All the vision currently belongs to Take the Lantern. Once again, Spicy Hot Meme is thinking of going in. Okay, so Gotta Get Lucky comes in here, searches for wards, doesn't see any. And it looks like we're angling for a team fight around this dragon. A team fight without Darien, though he does have teleport. We'll see what we can see. Spicy Hot Meme jumps on Ace. Ace cannot do anything while trapped there. Lux not known for her great escapes. Regasaurus flashes to get away. This could turn into an uncontested Cloud Drake for Northern Storm.
Continual map pressure is going to be their path to victory. They're playing a little bit from behind, but maintaining these dragon leads, once the Elder Drake pops, they're going to have a major advantage. Speaking of advantage, you know who's got a big advantage, Kinos?
Who has a big advantage?
Chaosix for his third month subscription to us. Thank you so much. Those quick time subscriptions mean the world to us and keep the channel functioning. So thank you so much.
Good job escaping there, using the blast cone. Looks as though Darien's getting a lot of damage out of this turret. Though, as a tank with no damage items, he's wet noodling that turret. This is why you get that mastery to deal extra damage to turrets. Tilted Squirtle actually does not go down. 30 hit points. This is a complete turnaround.
Wow!
Just a Squirtle emoting on the ward. Making sure they can see it. Great play there at the end. Everyone just going a little too deep. Gotta Get Lucky once again showing his trademark tunnel vision. Diving deep under turret for very high health tank. High durability. And things are barely beginning to swing Northern Storm's way here. Ooh, good snare. Good slow as well. Harold tries to help out. Doesn't quite manage to do it. Darien getting harassed. Ooh, Gregosaurus' hook almost connects. And we have Andy just down alone farming in the bot lane. Both ADCs 3-1 after that lovely series of plays coming out of the bot lane of Northern Storm. Exia continues to get his own CS. Nice pokes there. So it is a 2v2 again as Gregosaurus rotates back down. Gotta Get Lucky continues to farm from behind. Almost level 10. So not as behind as he had been a little bit earlier, but still a good level. Hook misses again. It's just pixels with these thresh hooks. It's been a little crazy. Ward has been negated, so they don't know that Spicy Hot Meme is there. Seems like they're going to learn pretty soon, though. Yep, Ward does see them. Big rotation.
They didn't see the ward, though.
Big rotation here. Looks like they really want this turret. It is at half health. And they just scare him off it. Alright, so 4-person on this turret. Meanwhile, Gotta Get Lucky and Darien should get this top turret. So that's 3 turrets for Northern Storm. 1 turret for Take the Lantern. Ezreal does some damage, but not enough to scare him off. Ooh, big ult here. This is going to be a problem. Really good job there by Exia, who also dodges the Lux laser. Baconlicious is here. Everyone is bot lane. But Gotta Get Lucky is split pushing. Here comes the teleport to deny him. And now it's Ace against 4, and they fall back. Alright, so where do they go from here? Baron is up. They do have the 6k gold lead for Northern Storm here. And we'll see. I'm guessing they'll head to Baron after they get another twofer like they did at that last point. Dragon, of course, could be useful as well, which will be up in about a minute and a half, and it will be an Infernal Drake, so it'll give a nice little boost to whichever team grabs it. I have to see where they go, though. Gotta Get Lucky is 11 now, thanks in part to cleaning out that turret. So, finally, yeah, I mean, closing up there in Spicy Got Me. Only down about 3/4 of a level now. Ace going back. Ace not having the best game at all. 0-2. Hasn't been able to get too much action with his lasers and snares this game. But we also haven't had too many in the way of real team fights yet. Most of the advantage Northern Storm has grabbed is by picking off 2 people here or there.
Yeah, and maintaining a strong rotation as a group.
Well, we'll see if we get some real team fights coming up shortly. As the objectives get bigger, the stakes get higher. But it's also kind of hard to force these sorts of fights when you're in these kinds of situations. As we can see, the team, or Northern Storm, when they aren't hunting, they're pretty spread out. So you can't necessarily force an engagement when there's only 1 or 2 targets to engage upon. Ace might be a little too far forward here, but wisely backs up. Dragon up in 6 seconds. There are no wards on it for Take the Lantern, but they must know it's coming. Darien is here. Gotta Get Lucky is not, so there is no smite available. Interesting choice here that they the jungler decides to stay up top. Ooh, big Ezreal laser!
Whoa!
Ooh, Darien blast cones out of there. Alright, good job by both Andy and Ace.
Yeah, talk about spell thief, but it's more like dragon thief now.
Alright, Exia is there. Oh, big flash from Washed Up top laner getting behind. Here comes the Dugs. Oh, good heal there, actually. Washed Up top laner is down in a little bit of trouble. Baconlicious very low. And this was a 5v4. Because Gotta Get Lucky still pushing up there in the top lane. So really good job by their ranged artillery to grab that dragon, and good job with the heal to survive long enough to pick up that kill on Washed Up top laner. See if Gotta Get Lucky can get this turret. Should be able to. And does. Mid lane turret should go down as well. So there's some of the momentum swinging back to take the Lantern's favor here. What was once a 6k gold deficit is now a 3k gold deficit. And we'll see where we go from here.
Yeah, that was a stellar 3.5 minutes for Take the Lantern.
Yeah, getting those turrets down especially. That was the gold they were missing to make the deficit much more, I don't want to say realistic, but much more obvious, much more what it should have been. Because turret gold can get a little misleading sometimes. But we will see what we can see. Vision, still not great. Lot of it around in this area when they were looking out for the dragon earlier. 1 ward now placed on Baron. Just keep an eye on it. Good job by Tilted Squirtle setting that up. But we'll see who decides to make a move on Baron first, or at least who tries to act like they're doing it. It's worth noting that despite the momentum shift and, you know, the nice gradual reduction in the gold lead, Take the Lantern is still down by a significant number of kills. So we'll see if that ends up making the difference. A lot of damage being dealt here on the minions. Gotta Get Lucky thinking about roping around here. We do see the Air Drake helping out quite a lot, though both sides have it now, so it's not the biggest benefit or deficit in the world. A lot of grouping up here in the mid lane. A little bit of poke here, a little bit of poke there. All right, so let's check out the gold. See where all the gold is lined up. ADC is separated by 1,000 gold in favor of Andy. Top lane, 1,500 on Darius. So more or less equal for everyone. 1,000 gold here, 500 there. And that leads to this feeling in this game that there isn't just one team who's steamrolling one or the other, especially not after they managed to get that gold advantage a little more contained on Take the Lantern side. But we'll see. There was a little posturing there by the Baron buff, but it looks as though they're just deciding to push this mid lane now. With Northern Storm spread out up in the top side, they're able to get this turret relatively uncontested. And just take that turret and run.
Well, real estate is the easiest way to make a big set of cash in the real world, and it's not so different here in the Rift either. Control the real estate, control the gold flow, and that's what looks like they're planning for their path to victory.
Yeah, one turret down, and now they're only 2k behind. So the gold gap is narrowing rather substantially. And I mean, you can see that also in some of the farm differentials. Ace with 50 CS, and then you see washed up top laner as well with the 50 CS differential. So a lot of minions dying in somewhat of a one-sided fashion, leading to either in Ace's case being as close in the gold lead as he is, while in top laner's case being as far ahead as he is. But not quite the biggest impact yet. For all you Thresh fans out there, 51 souls on Gregosaurus. That's actually the same amount of souls that Tooth the Squirtle had last game before the game ended. Fun fact. But this game is a while from ending unless there's some incredible ace that happens. Washed up top laner, kind of creeping around here. Decided to go in solo. That's interesting. Maybe underestimated how many champions were there at the pit. Does get back up Spicy Hot Meme and Exia. Big ults as well. Spicy Hot Meme decides to go in. Looks like misplays here quite a bit, actually. Ace actually gets taken out. I'm sad I missed that, but let's see what else happens here. I guess I was wrong about the misplays. I apologize to Northern Storm. Wow.
When you're ahead and few items completed, it's easy for those mistakes going in 1v1, 1v4 to be forgiven. I think they were able to come back incredibly well from that very mistimed engage, but very proper disengage.
Yeah, and just the damage coming out of Spicy Hot Meme is absolutely insane. Thanks in part to his significant health regeneration.
I think Baron, this could be it.
This should at the very least be the Baron. Yeah. Nice attempt there to steal. Few moments too late. Not going to get a second one. Man, Northern Storm's really controlled this game from the beginning. This is definitely the game that they wanted to have in their first game as well. With the momentum and the gold lead and the kills all on their side from the beginning. They just weren't able to get those initial kills that they needed to lock that down.
Well, I like that they haven't let Take the Lantern, who are incredibly gifted at playing from behind, do that. They've stopped any kind of turnaround right in its track.
Though for Take the Lantern's credit, that last fight, that seems like it could have gone either way. Just
I would agree, except for Tilted Squirtle. Going into that backline after following up on Spicy Hot Meme, what may have been not the best play from Spicy, Tilted Squirtle turned into a very well executed distraction in that bot lane with Ace.
Hmm. Yeah, it was very well done. Like you said, when the execution ends up working out, the opening misplay is forgiven. So we'll see what they can do with this Baron buff here. They are pushing up. Good siege minions here helping out a little bit as well. Wash up top laner versus Darien. Big damage coming off on this turret. It's going to go down pretty quickly here. Oh, Ace gets rooted. That's probably going to be it. Ace gets rooted. 2 pickoffs there. Possibly if they're got to get lucky, he's in a lot of trouble. Tilted Squirtle very low. There goes Andy as well. Suddenly Darien is all alone. Which, you know, as a top laner he was anyway. But suddenly he's got to think about going back or lose the game. And of course top laner is just fine with him having this problem because now he'll follow. Good pull there, good damage. That was the other thing about this game that didn't go quite so well for Take the Lantern. Darien never had a chance to go off. And we see some of the results here. Alright, very well played game by both teams. Northern Storm just keeping that advantage. Worked out for him in the end.
And I love to see that. I want to see strong play from all players, and a 1-1 result. Very probably not in favor of the players, but it's in favor of us that get to watch it as things stay exciting.
Absolutely, and once again, the person who won the skin vote lost the game. So we may have to start rethinking how the skin analysis works. Checking out these damage graphs, kind of speak for themselves there. Really interesting with the high amount of damage coming out of Andy. Still not quite able to secure the win there. But a more balanced showing also helped out quite a lot. So we'll hop back here. And I believe we do have an interview set up. And Sig jumped there before me. So here we are. Congratulations.
Oh my god, what is this what it feels like to win?
It is Spicy.
Oh, god.
Alright, so walk us through that second game, specifically in the champ select. What did you guys do to readjust?
The first game, I actually brain farted because I've been playing a lot of Trundle. I thought Udyr would be good, to be honest, against that matchup, and it worked for like 5 minutes, and then in the back-to-back roles. So once we figured out what Take the Lantern strategy was, which was camp the shit out of our mid lane, because oh my god, Darien roams so much to the mid side. We basically lit up every time we went to ward. Top side was always lit up with pinks, and the point where when I see Trundle, the one thing I notice when you play against Trundle is it's terrible against anyone that invades, or in this case, dives really well and just kills something on the spot. So I picked Jarvan because some guy crushed me as that a few times. I've seen a lot of, even though I don't think Jarvan does well in the Trundle, Jarvan going EQ, ultimate, your carries are dead, have fun dealing for the rest of my team as I run away, really worked for us, and it was really nice to finally get a win.
Yeah, it did definitely work out for you quite a bit, especially in that last fight at that dragon where you had almost no health and still managed to take Ace out.
I think Ace sort of panicked and accidentally pressed ultimate instead of just auto-attacking me one more time. The shield did come up. Like, I pressed shield, like, I was spamming W as hard as I could. But I think if he auto-attacked me as my shield came down, I think he would have killed me.
Probably.
A lot of misplays on our part. We were trying to position around the dragon because we really wanted Inferno. We didn't want to give it over. And then we washed up, sort of got caught, not really. And then I went, oh, I got to go all in. And
right.
I realized that was a terrible decision.
Yeah, that's what we were saying, too. We were like, well, top lane kind of got picked off. Well, now here goes Washed getting picked up. But you guys made it work.
In the end, I think for us, our biggest thing was, sorry, Ace, we had to ban 5 champions against you, but it's sort of what happened after the first game.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything, Sig?
Stellar performance both games. Even playing from behind in game one, you did incredible work. I really like your justification for playing the invade into the trundle. But what at what point did the switch flip for you to decide? Okay, we're focusing strictly on the mid lane. We can prioritize other things at a later time.
So the reason why I wanted to play with Bacon so much is that as soon as I feed him a couple kills, I don't have to worry about him so much. And a lot of the times when I think mid lane's jungle synergy is super important because how much warding you put out is really dependent on your mid lane. I felt like with games of Bacon, I can light up the whole top side and go, sweet, don't have to worry too much about you and communicate about it. Like in both our games, me and Bacon are like, where do we put our ward? We put it here or here, and he's like, okay, cool, I'll put it here because that will work best for me. And I'm like, sweet, I'll put it on the other side for you.
All right.
Well, it worked out incredibly well.
All right, so we're gonna have to wrap this up, but just quick, as we said in the start of the first game, we need to ask you about this. Why were you guys banning the Veigar?
So I hate Veigar.
Okay.
My whole team hates Veigar. And we no longer want to see Veigar on the field.
Okay.
I honestly think Veigar's manageable. It's just that every mid laner in the LCUS plays it and plays it as efficiently enough that it's like, no matter how much you camp Veigar, and I realize this in all my games, he press ultimate, you're dead. And you're like, good gameplay, thanks guys.
All right. Well, that's good enough for me. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the win, and good luck in the other games you end up playing.
Shout out to the team. We finally won. I got carried in that game as well.
All right. Well, we'll go to a quick break then, and we will head into our next set of games, which will be Cowbell versus Blitzkrieg. Don't go anywhere.